All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming today. My name is Monica Brava, and I am a molecular biology major in CAS and a master's student in the School of Public Health. And so for my project has two parts. First, I looked at access to oxytocin, which is the gold standard drug for preventing postpartum hemorrhaging, which is the #1 cause for maternal mortality. And so my team and I looked at Zanzibar, which is a semi-autonomous island in Tanzania. And so we looked at supply chain factors, drug quality factors that affect the supply of oxytocin, and also socioeconomic factors that would affect a woman's likelihood to seek care at a health facility. The second part of my project turned to my home country of Romania, and I looked at the measles outbreak that's been happening since 2016. And nobody should be having a measles outbreak. And the only reason this is happening is because the vaccine rates are plummeting. And so I looked at the Roma population, which is a vulnerable population. It's migratory. It's been historically facing social exclusion in Europe. And so I looked at factors affecting barriers to care for the Roma population's access to the measles vaccine. So if this sounds interesting and you want to check out my poster, I welcome you. I'll be outside for an hour. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cullen. I'm a computer science major here, and some of my favorite classes that I've taken so far have to deal with statistical analysis, data sets, and things. And so I wanted to focus on this for my project. I also picked a data set I thought would be particularly interesting to work with, which happened to be the NFL football statistics, particularly how they relate to fantasy football, which is a huge market, a lot of financial ramifications for what goes on there, and lots of people are trying to predict and give themselves like the best edge they can in that field. So I looked at the data. I made a website so I could make it easy to share with anyone else who wanted to see the data. And if you want to check this out, my poster's outside. Thank you.
All right. Hi, I'm Storm. I'm a film and TV major and a deaf studies minor. So for my project, I sort of looked to combine both of those to look at deaf representation in television. And I looked at one actress in particular, Marlee Matlin. In 1987, she became the first deaf actress to win an Oscar and also is still the youngest to win for lead actress. This sort of put the deaf community on the map in a totally new way, and she is by far and away the most popular deaf actress on television today. Her roles include some in CSI, The L Word, West Wing, Seinfeld, and Switched at Birth. My project looks at the history of the deaf community sort of abroad and in the United States from ancient Greece to modern day, sort of highlighting the marginalization of the community over time. And then I use Marlee Matlin's filmography to look at the episodes that she's in, and I look at that language use, the depictions of her deafness, speech and lip reading, as well as just the use of deafness as a plot device. And I explore the positive and negative representations in these episodes and what they mean for both the deaf and hearing community. And I use media effects studies to hit on why exactly we should care. So please come see my poster.
Hi, my name is Maria Karamatopoulos. I'm a psychology major. My study focused on self-weighing, as in using a scale to know your weight. We were interested in the psychological effects of self-weighing in college-age women, as self-weighing is recommended for weight loss and weight retention, although we hypothesized that college females who weighed themselves would have negative psychological effects. So we did find, consistent with past research, that more frequent self-weighing is associated with greater body dissatisfaction. So I'll be up by my poster. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Palishin. I'm a student in the College of Arts and Sciences studying neurobiology, and my keystone is on analyzing face deficits in developmental prosopagnosia. So if you've never heard of developmental prosopagnosia before, you're certainly not alone. It's also called face blindness, and it's a neurological condition characterized by the inability to successfully learn and recognize familiar faces. So it's thought to it's estimated to affect up to 2.5% of the general population, but with that being said, it's important to also note that it falls on a spectrum in terms of severity. So some individuals with the disorder may have trouble recognizing faces they've been introduced to only a handful of times. Whereas in the more severe end of the spectrum, you have individuals who may fail to recognize close friends, family members, and sometimes even themselves when they look into a mirror. So as you can imagine, this can be an incredibly debilitating disorder, and there is currently no treatment out there for face processing deficits and developmental prosopagnosia. And so that's where my lab comes in. We are basically trying to better understand the cognitive and perceptual deficits behind this disorder in hopes of eventually generating a treatment. And in order to do this, we've used a number of different neuroimaging modalities, including functional MRI and EEG, as well as various eye tracking paradigms, which is where I primarily focus my work. So if you're interested in hearing more about the study, or if you think you may be one of those individuals who's bad at faces, definitely come check it out. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Alina Razak, and I'm majoring in speech, language, and hearing sciences in Sargent College. My project is called Who's at the Cocktail Party? The Effects of Noise on Talker Identification. So our brains have this remarkable ability to attend to one stimulus in the presence of background noise, a phenomenon known as the cocktail party effect. If you imagine a noisy cafeteria, a crowded subway train, or the bustling poster session that will commence in a few minutes, picking out words or phrases in these scenarios is a difficult yet incredibly important task. Likewise, the ability to identify different talkers from the sound of their voice is a pertinent social skill. My project looks at how accurately we identify different talkers in the presence of background noise. We recruited 30 young adult participants who learned to identify 5 female talkers over 2 days. We then tested their ability to accurately identify the talkers in the presence of speech-shaped noise, a multi-talker babble, and a single unfamiliar competing talker. So if you're interested in hearing about how our participants did, feel free to stop by my poster. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm a health science major and a visual arts minor. My project is Portraits of Distress, which is 6 paintings that try to show the progression of distress on a person's face. They're oil paintings. They're all 18 by 24. If you want to learn about the process or the technique, come on over.
My name is Devin Flanagan. I'm an econ and IR major, and I looked at Delhi slum communities and if they're transitional communities, which is what the purpose of a slum initially was, is they're supposed to be a community that you stay in kind of until you get on your feet and you can move into legal formal housing, or if they are actually poverty traps, which means people are getting stuck there and don't have the financial means to get out of them. And so I looked at 3 different types of data. Delhi as a whole, looking at education levels and income, then slum national survey, and I did my own research over the winter break with specific Delhi communities, and it came to a very interesting conclusion that was not anything what I thought originally, so definitely check it out.